stuff on the bottom line, right? So if we don't get finished.
And we'll have more time tomorrow. But yes, we'll have more time tomorrow to do those questions.
So I should do it tonight though?
You can make a start tonight, yeah. Yeah. But don't finish them tonight, it's too much. Alright, quotient rule. Perhaps, predictably, it is used for when a function has a division of functions in it. So you are looking for when there is some sort of quotient of functions or some function, normally that's f of x, one on top of the other. And very, very importantly, u is on top, v is on the bottom. You know how with product rule it didn't really matter which way around you put them, it still worked out? Quotient rule, it matters. Hence this. Don't get it the wrong way around. So here, y equals u over v. V's on the bottom. And therefore the quotient rule for dy dx is u dash v take uv dash, again, order matters, over v squared. The setup's exactly the same as product rule because we want the same ingredients. We want u dash, v dash, and then we're going to stitch it into this. So, examples. U on top, in our case, is 5x take 1. V is on the bottom, is 6x squared plus 2. Then, same setup as before. We want u dash and v dash. And then, I would write out the quotient rule. You don't have to, but I'm going to do it just to remind myself. F dash x in this case is u dash v take v dash u over v squared. And then we're going to sub in each function in its place. F dash x is u dash, great, 5. V, 6x squared plus 12, plus 2, I lied, minus v dash, so 12x, times u, 5x take 1, over v squared. V squared is normally your cue to just go big with a pair of brackets. And that's as far as you need to go. Clearly there's potential for you to tidy, expanding, simplifying, collecting like terms. There will be questions that we do next week where some tidying is required in order to solve a simultaneous equation. But fundamentally, that's the function differentiated. A lot of the time you can stop there. One thing that kind of interesting to know, but if you guys see a function that's u on v, are you happy? You could also write that as uv to the minus 1. That's then a product rule setup, isn't it? Because it's two functions now multiplied by each other. And it turns out that the quotient rule is just an adaptation of the product rule. So if we're using this as a product rule, and you don't strictly need to know this proof, but it is just interesting to know that if you have a function written as a quotient, and you switch it around or play with a little and then it looks like a product, you can use either rule. Quotient on that, product on that, and you'll end up at the same place. Do you want me to show you why? Are we a little curious? Sure, we'll be a little curious. Here, in this case here, u is u, and product rule, v is v to the minus 1. U dash is u dash, v dash is minus v to the minus 2, because we've differentiated that. And therefore the product rule, so if we're differentiating the whole thing, is going to be u dash v, that's u dash v to the minus 1, plus v dash u, and then we can take a factor of v to the minus 2 out and drop it down, and it turns into that rule. But again, you don't need to know the steps after that. All you need to know is that product and quotient can be used interchangeably, and if you get to a point where it looks like a multiply or a divide, you can choose the appropriate rule and it will still work out for you. Alright, next one. Lovely. As you can probably expect, Chain rule gets integrated into this as well, which is glorious. So let's do one involving the chain rule. U is the top function. 4x squared, take 5x. And V is the bottom function. Root 2x squared, take 6. Then again, we need the U dash and the V dash. U dash is easy enough. It's 8x take 5. V dash is going to take a little more work. Are we happy that V dash is just a little more complicated? We can think of V as a to the power of a half, where off to the side a is 2x squared take 6. Because it's that inner and outer function setup. It's chain rule again. Therefore, V dash is a half a to the minus a half multiplied by a dash. Sub it back in. V dash is a half, bracket, 2x squared take 6 to the minus a half, multiplied by 4x. Because a dash is 4x. Yep. So there's a lot happening, and we're about to go into this, so we know it's going to get a little bit ugly. If you want to be a bit nice on yourself, you can simplify partway through this. So if I was doing it, I'd say, okay, there's a half there, and there's a 4x there. It's just going to look much nicer if I write a 2x at the front. So I probably wouldn't write this next step, but I would think it in my head that I can really write it like this next time. Yeah. So for U, V dash, we're going to use this just because it's a little bit nicer with our life than having a fraction and that other bit at the end. But if you did use this, that's fine, it would still work out for you. Alright, then the setup, f dash x is u dash v, take v dash u over v squared, and then sub in. I really hope I'm giving you enough space on the page for this. Alright, u dash v is 8x take 5, root 2x squared take 6. U dash v, take v dash. V u over v squared. What's neat that happens with v squared here?
Just 2x squared takes c.
Beautiful. V squared actually helps us out. It gets rid of the root. Nice. And then we leave this on the board to scare the year 7s when they come in. So it looks freaky, but it's just pulling a lot of things together, and you have to get every step nice. Did we want to do one more example or not?
Yes.
Yes? Is that this one? I think yeah, this is genuinely one I pulled from an exam. Backup board. Alright. Let's have you guys talk me through this one a little more. What would our u be?
5x
Lovely. V?
x root x.
Yeah, and because that's a little uncomfortable, can everyone think of how we'd write that as a more friendly?
X to the 3 over 2.
Nice. Very nice. That's a half, and that's a 1 they add together to make the 3 on 2. That's a nicer setup. U dash, 5. V dash, no chain rule this time, that's nice. 3 on 2, x to the half. So drop it back down by 1. Then, because we're living dangerously, I'm not even going to write the rule. U dash v, take v dash u. Over v squared. What's that squared?
That's just x squared.
Yeah. 2 goes from that fraction down there. Give me that. If you did write if you weren't confident with that and you just did this, if you just squared v like that, also completely correct. The answers are going to give it like that, but genuinely that's fine. If you're not like 100% confident as that and that make this, I mean, it's a bit nerve-wracking, but that is still an acceptable answer. Cool. Well done. That is the 3 rules of calculus we're going to use through the year. You don't need another rule. Hooray! Woo! This is exciting. And I know that was a lot this lesson. Probably, what's the metaphor? Drinking from a fire hydrant? Like, you just get way too much, you can't actually take it in, it's just a lot. So yeah, those should be the notes. Don't attempt to do all the questions tonight. Maybe just have a shot at 1 and 2 from 5E, from 2E rather. I'll put it on canvas just so that tomorrow you come with a working knowledge of quotient, product and chain.